minutes they'll go on standby because it's like puts them in clips. Okay. Okay, this is going to be the car. Now let's move your table over here so we got enough room for the camera, so we don't. There we go. This is the car. This is you inside here. The salesman's here. Okay. Inside. Yeah. Okay. Actually, I'll put the car like right here so you're standing just about right. Yeah. All right. Who's going to be my customer?
I'll be your customer.
You want to be my customer, Dylan? Yeah. Dylan, come on up. Now, I do make mistakes. I might make one, you never know. You're out there on a lot, looking at a car or whatever. Hello!
Hi.
Wow, it is a gorgeous day out here.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to snow.
You think so?
Yeah.
Are you a meteorologist? Are you a farmer?
Yes.
Yeah, then you would, you know that Farmer's Almanac? They predict the weather in like 2-year periods. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they're more accurate than the guys that only have, to do it for a week or whatever like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so what kind of farming do you do? Huh?
I don't know.
You don't know what kind of farming you do?
Turtles.
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 I tell you what, that tie was that did you purchase that on your own or was it a gift tie? Because I like that.
Yeah, I bought it on my own.
Where'd you get that at?
That I don't remember.
Oh, you don't remember? Oh, I'm sorry. Where are my manners, sir? My name is Ronald Ragan Jr. and you are?
Dylan Carter.
Well, welcome to Midwest Superstore. You here for the big sale?
Yeah.
Great. I tell you what now, I'm brand new, so if there's any questions that I can't answer, okay, that I don't know the answer to, I'm going to find out the answer for you because I'm your salesperson.
All right.
Okay? Great. All right? Now, oh, and I did forget one thing. See, I told you I forget things. Now, do you prefer to go by Dylan or, what's your last name?
Dill.
What's your last name?
Carter.
Cotter. Or do you prefer to go by Mr. Cotter?
Dylan.
Dylan? Okay. And you can call me Ron or anything but late for dinner. Okay? Okay. Absolutely, Dylan. Thank you. All right. Here are the key points. Now we're going to, on the first step to the sale, I'm going to write down the steps to the sale. Everybody write them down. And these coexist with most of the other dealers. They have their different steps, but they're all the same principle basically, and they're pretty much in order. There's only like a step 2.5, where some of them call it step 3 or whatever, but they don't even do it. All right. Step 1 is meet and greet. Okay. This is the one that we stay on the most because you don't get a second chance to make a first impression. Would you not agree? Right? Okay, here's some of the no-nos. Never say, "How are you doing?" Try to stay away from hows, whys, and whats when you first greet a person. Of course, you're going to have to use them later. But when you first greet somebody, first of all, we know why they're here. Okay? We don't want to know how they're doing. Unless you've got time to hear their sad stories and listen to and put all the negatives in their mind, because once they can tell you how their life really is, they're going to be negative. Okay? And we don't want to, if you reverse that like a country song in the old days, you get your dog back, your job back, your wife back, your house back, you get all that back, right? All right. Now, never wear sunglasses when talking to a customer. I don't care how bright it is, because on the subconscious part of our brain, you're automatically thinking negative. It makes me think if you're wearing sunglasses that you're high. Okay? You don't want that perception. Okay? Now, always make eye contact with a customer. Always. Don't look away. Make eye contact. Never have your hands in your pocket, gentlemen. The best stance is to be like this, at ease. Okay? And if you can't have your hands here and you don't talk with your hands like I do, but if you do talk with your hands, make sure they're open. No clenched fists. Okay? Closed fists is negative body language. Okay? Whether you know it or not, you react and respond to body language. Your subconscious brain does it for you. You don't realize it. Okay? Now, never say, can I help you? Help on the subconscious part of the brain throws up a flag. When you need help, you're in trouble. Don't use that word help. Use the word assist. Okay? As I said, we're going to work on, that's why I gave you the example of subconscious and conscious. Because we know, it's been proven that the subconscious part of our brain drives and motivates everything that we do. Makes every decision for us. Okay? So, you know a customer comes in with their guard up. All the red flags already up over here. All that negative stuff's already up. We've got to get it down. Not drive anything or more flags up. Does everybody follow me? Okay. So, we don't say, can I help you? Because the subconscious part of the brain is reading that as, you're going to put them in trouble. You're going to get them in trouble. That's how it reads it. Okay? You're going to stay 6 to 8 feet away from the people at all times. After you shake their hand, you're going to step back. Straight back. Don't ever turn your back to a customer. You don't pounce. It's called pouncing. Don't pounce on a customer. Now here's the deal, and this is like, I know that every customer that hits the lot's here to buy a car. We don't sell microwaves. We don't sell refrigerators. Any of you guys that experimented, I mean, unless you were like Bill Clinton and you didn't inhale, but back in the day, if you ever smoked marijuana, did you ever, if you did you get, I hear you get the munchies, right? You get the munchies? Now, have you ever gone to McDonald's just to look at the menu and not buy anything? Anybody in the room? Okay. They don't come here just to look at cars. 8 out of every 10 people are in the market for a car. And that's one of the reasons why I never had 100% closing answers. Okay? But I guarantee you mine was higher than most. I would sit there at home at night, and the customers I didn't sell that day, I'm thinking, where did I go wrong? What was it? Was it my presentation of the car? Was it how I greeted them? What, my breath? What was it? So I would sit there, and I don't have this down to an exact science. I never will, but I guarantee you I got as close as I could get it. Okay? Because I am not naive enough to believe that every customer has the same buying mode, because I know every salesman doesn't have the same selling mode. There's some of you in the room, and you might say, oh, I can't believe that. But there's people out there, customers, and you might have seen some, that if you don't play what they call the game with them, the back and forth negotiating deal, you'll lose them. They'll go somewhere because they don't feel they got a good deal. They didn't get, it's just like something's too easy here. You know what I'm saying? So, and you're going to have people that, that they don't want to play the game. But you've got to be the manager's eyes and ears. You've got to tell them what you feel about the person. Now, if you come up to me and you tell me every customer you got, hey, Ron, he ain't going to play the game. He just wants a price. Then there's a problem there. That customer's selling you. Okay? Because every time a customer hits a lot, there's a sale made. Every time. Either you get sold or you sell them. They're going to sell you the fact, because they're already got that guard up, right? They're going to sell you the fact that they're just looking, or they're not going to buy anything today. Okay? They got that guard way up there. So and it's just like anybody, you've heard of Grant Cardone, one of his big New York Times bestseller was called Sell or Be Sold. But that's, and I don't know whether that's what it interpreted, but that's what it is. You're either selling or you're getting sold. Okay? On every customer hits this lot. They've had a bad experience with a salesman somewhere along the line. It doesn't necessarily have to be a car salesman. Okay? But it could have been a salesman in general. They've had a bad experience. Just let them know, and we're going to let them know somehow, some way, diplomatically and with finesse, that we're not that average salesperson. I've had some people that had it, and you don't get as much nowadays. You think you would because more logical buyers. But you really don't, because they don't get as emotional about it, see. Now, they just know they got the internet. They know they can go just right down the road and buy it somewhere else. I can go to Wichita, I can go to Eddie's, Toyota, whatever, and get it somewhere else. If you have to show them a reason why they should buy from you. Because they're going to buy a car. Trust me. The average shopper nowadays goes to 1.2 lots before they buy a car. So in other words, if you don't sell them when they're there that day, guess who gets that 0.2 lot that they go to? That next lot is going to sell them a car. I always used to tell myself what they're looking for as a salesperson. I don't like the word sales, but I don't know what else I could put in there for it. But I do have a a remedy for it. I'll show you how I spell sell here in a little bit. All right. So now let's get back on the meet and greet. Okay. So we don't want to pounce. All right. Don't want to, keep away from the hows, whys, and whats. When you first meet someone, I want you standing back. I want you planting positive seeds. Stand back like I did. You see how I did it? And then did you see how I found out right off the bat that he was a farmer, supposedly? Okay, what he did? Now, a lot of times I'll say something to a customer, wow, that's an unusual accent. Are you not from this area or whatever? I'm trying to find common ground, no matter every way through that sale. Okay? That's what we do. A lot of these logical buyers are going to start talking about the car right away. Try to get them off that. Okay? Try to get them off that. Because they don't want you to know nothing about them. Okay? But once you start asking questions, they love to talk about themselves. They do. People love to talk about themselves. Bless you. They love to tell you their stories and, and never demean a person for what they do. I've seen I've seen people feel bad about what they did and telling you, well, I work at McDonald's. You know what? God bless you. That's got to be a tough job. A lot of work, probably a lot of hours, So, don't ever, and you should never knock another person's product. So if someone's looking at Toyotas or Hondas or whatever, you don't knock someone else's product. Okay? Because first of all, you're doing what? You're bringing up negatives, right?
Yeah.
We don't do negatives. Okay? You're going to befriend this person. Because that person's going to get you, what did we say earlier? How many does one satisfied customer end up being?
37.
37. And that's our goal. And that all derived mainly from the first impression. Because when you go in and shake that hand, that's when the subconscious part of the brain makes the imprint of the first impression of you. So if you've already stood back and planted some positives and maybe got some conversation going on and found some common ground. So when you shake that hand, that first impression is going to be a good one. It's not going to be of a car salesman. Okay? I don't want you talking anything about a car deal or anything. Oh, what do you think about that car? Oh, are you trading something in? Don't go there at first. I want you to talk about anything other. I want you to act like you're not even on a car lot when you do your meet and greet. Is everybody with me? Other than, are you here for the big sale? You notice how I did that, right? And that is, if you do it right, it's like a subliminal. Most people will automatically say yes. Now, okay, you're probably wondering, well, what if they say, well, no, I'm not, and can you tell me about it? Now, you don't go on about it unless they say, can you tell me about it? Because if you go on about it, you notice he did ask me to tell him about it, right? So I didn't say anything more about it. I told him I'm brand new, okay? So then you've left it as basically a subliminal, because if he didn't ask about it and he said yes, I'm here for it, you made a subliminal, because his conscious mind is still on processing, making sure he remembers your name. Okay, he's still planting that in there while you're shaking his hand up and down, which up and down, right? You with me? Follow? Okay, so you can actually, if you do that correctly and the right timing, then you can actually plant a subliminal that it's going to be impossible to get that customer out of that dealership later without selling the car. I exaggerate sometimes, but I'm telling you, it can be that strong. If you do all your things right, you'll have customers basically do anything to buy a car from you. Okay, you'll have people that. I'm giving you an example yesterday, Daniel. You had some people that were saying they would never deal with this company. Did you not? Did I not have them slowed down to where they were ready to buy a car, possibly?
Yeah. If we can get their payments where they
If we can get their payments where they were. That's all it takes. But before, and that's one of the reasons I jumped in, because I heard them saying, we would never deal with this company. Okay? So, people, if they don't like you, they're not going to buy from you. If they like you and they can tell that it's genuine concern about their well-being and their well, because I looked at that person as 37 people at least. And I guarantee you, that one bad deal or one bad experience could cost you more than 37 deals. Trust me. Trust me. It can. All right. Now, and I might think of some other no-nos here later, but that's all I can think of now. So, but here's some of the main things, make sure that you do. Because you're all going to get, I'm going to let you go for about 15 minutes, you're going to partner up and you're going to role play this. And then we're going to videotape you and then we're going to go home. You're going to go do your homework. Now, you can't go to any little podunk lot or something, some little used car lot. I want you to go to a franchise store. Don't go to Midwest. I mean, everybody lives in Hudson here, right? Around this area, right? Okay. So go to Laird Noller or go to, across the street here or wherever some other car lots are, okay? Go to a major franchise when you do it, okay? You don't have to stay there but about 10 minutes anyway, all right? All right, second step to the sale, I'm going to read through them real quick, is called qualifying / finding the pieces of the puzzle. And we'll get into that tomorrow. Now, step 2.5, 2.5, there's only 2 half steps. Step 2.5 is touch the desk. That means after you've got all the pieces of the puzzle, you found out they wanted a 2-door, 4-door, an automatic, power windows, tilt cruise, if they had a trade-in, what they owed on their trade-in, and we go over all that tomorrow. It's real simple to keep track of. What they want their payments to be, okay, and what kind of initial investment, their down payment they want to put. Once you've got all them pieces of the puzzle, you're going to go talk to the manager. And he's going to review them, and he's going to say, okay, yeah, go ahead and show them this car. Or if they don't know what kind of car they want. Most people know what they're looking for nowadays. But if they don't, you get the piece of the puzzle, and then we're going to be able to steer them towards what car would work best for them. The manager will tell you, hey, go show them this Toyota Corolla out here. That might work for them. Okay? Yes?
That's not how they live here.
I understand to a certain extent. They just want you to select the vehicle here, don't they?
Yeah, and you have to test drive the vehicle first before they'll even...
Right, me and Donnie talked about that, and see, I told him how I train, and this is how I train, and I'm sure Nick is on board with how I train, because some of the guys, but see, some of the older guys here have been here for a while. When people haven't sold cars before, to let them go out there right off a bat like that and select vehicles, they can get themselves in trouble, not in trouble, but land the person on a wrong car or something like that. So it's mostly just for new people who never sold cars. Okay, just like you were saying yesterday, everybody takes for granted that you already know everything, right? And that's why they never put you in training.
Yeah.
Okay, so because you could tell you've got the great sales ability. Hopefully you've learned something today out of this class so far. So, because I know you're going to be great, and too many managers just assume. And that's wrong on their part. And I'll talk to Nick on this, but. I guarantee you, as a manager, I would prefer to see what's going on because I don't care if it's a veteran salesperson, but there was no one that ever messed with me. But after you do it for a while, you're going to know whether, hey, if you're way far off, you shouldn't show them that car or not. Okay, you're going to know that. But I want y'all to be able to go up there because I don't want you to look like idiots to the customer. Okay, because you're going to get some customers that it's a truck customers, a lot of truck customers. If you don't know GVWR, all that tongue weight and towing capacity. They're going to have, their guard's going to be way, way up here because you're coming across as a con artist to them. Okay, even if the playing on brand new don't work with them, and it's not playing because you are going to be brand new. Okay, but I'm just saying that's when you need to do what's called a TO. So right now, TO, everyone, let's talk about that. Transfer turnover. Here's the deal. Would you agree half of something's better than all of nothing? Okay, here's a turnover. Anytime that you have lost control of a customer or before you get to that point, you need to tell the customer, Mr. Customer, I got a great idea, I'll be right back. You go tell the manager, look, I don't know what it is, I don't know if my breath stinks, I don't know if I look like a guy that humped a gopher 2 weeks ago in this backyard, or what it is, but I'm not getting anywhere. In other words, an analogy. You're at the club and you get your girl's phone number supposedly or whatever, and she's gonna go out with you. But no, that night I'm washing my hair. Oh no, I gotta watch my humpback brother straighten up that night. So something's going wrong there. She ain't buying what you're selling, right? Right. It's time for your wingman, right? So to do the TO. You got me? Know what a TO is? So here's the deal. No customer walks till the manager talks. You do not ever let a customer leave this lot without going to let the manager know. Hey, I've got problems. This person said they're on a lunch break. They're getting ready to blow out on me. Okay? Now, if it happens once, it just won't happen again. Because my ad managers, and they will tell you, in the car business, this is everywhere in the car business. And it should be there for a reason. It makes you more money. And it's not a fear tactic. It's a thing like there's more, 2 heads and 3 heads and 4 heads make better than one. I might know that there's a certain incentive going on that you know nothing about. Okay, I could be having pay half price on a car today deal or something. I don't know, whatever it may be, and you don't know that. and you let the customer go, and they're going on down, and someone else is going to sell them a car.